Hi everyone, welcome to our career strategy videos. Last night at about 2 a.m. I woke up and for some reason I couldn't go back to sleep. And soon enough my mind wandered into the question of how do I make these videos meaningful and compelling for you, my audience, the project manager or the IT professional or any kind of professional in fact. What topics do I speak about and how do I present these topics in a way that will add the most value for you? So after a little bit of thinking, I came up with a topic for today. But going forward, I really would like to invite you to share with me either in the comments below this video or by email writing to me at yuri@thewilltochange.com the kind of topics that you'd like me to cover, the career-related challenges that weigh on your mind, so that I can bring the most value to you in this series of videos. So the topic I'd like to cover today is how to do your career checkpoint review. And I recommend that you do this kind of review once every 3 to 5 years, even if you are highly satisfied with your career, but definitely if you are somewhat frustrated about your career progress. And this review consists of 3 key questions and then a conclusion step that will bring it all together for you. So here we go with question number 1. Am I happy and joyful and satisfied with my daily activities in my job? And better still, am I passionate with the kind of work I do on a day-to-day basis? And by that, I mean not your job description, not your job title, not your position, but rather the day-to-day, hour-by-hour activities you do inside of your job. So I'd like to share with you my own experience about this very question. And I'd like to contrast 2 different positions I had over my career. The first one was a senior manager and later on a partner with a consulting firm, Accenture, that some of you may know. Today it is probably the largest consulting firm in the world with over 500,000 employees. I started my career with Accenture in South Africa, and after a number of years, I climbed to a position of partner, global partner with Accenture. At the time, it was called Anderson Consulting. And upon reflecting on my career with Accenture, I've been wondering what was it that I really liked about the work I did there. And I came up with a fairly succinct description of what this was. What brought me the joy that this career path really meant for me. And so I concluded that what it was the opportunity to work directly with clients at the highest level of their management, C-level executives and CEOs and so on of my client companies. And the opportunity to go into their operations, analyze how they work day in, day out, sometimes even spend the weekend with their workers on their factory floor, on their distribution floor, in their offices, understand deeply how they work, and sometimes even better that they understood themselves with an external perspective that I had. Then compile a set of recommendations how to do this better, how to do their work better and the operations better, presenting those conclusions to their C-level leadership team, and hopefully convincing them that some of those recommendations are worthy of implementation. And having implemented some of these successfully, I felt really a high level of fulfillment and satisfaction with my career. So these were the kind of daily activities that I felt most rewarding to me in my career. And I'd like to contrast this with my other position that I had some years later with Oracle, where I was requested as a regional vice president, in fact, of consulting to manage their consulting group in one of their regions. And this job did not involve any interactions with clients. Rather, it involved a lot of recruiting activities, growing the team from 70 people to 130 people over a period of a year, dealing with onboarding of employees, dealing with training of employees, dealing with a lot of quality issues that we might have with the way we dealt with some client opportunities, and these kinds of activities. And years later, upon reflecting of this role with Oracle, I discovered that I did not like it. It was not suitable for me for the prime reason that I had no interaction with clients in this position. But soon enough, I had an opportunity within Oracle to move to another position with the company where I was VP of Strategic Industry Clients. And there I came back to my element, so to speak, and worked in large client projects where I was able to engage again directly with my clients and contribute as much value as I could to them. So in conclusion, question number one is, what brings you joy in your daily activities in your career? Question number two, what are my innate professional strengths? What makes me unique and special in the eyes of my manager, my team, my peers, my stakeholders that I work with inside and outside of my company? What makes my contribution to my company highly valuable? And it is critical that we get a sharp and objective understanding of this question. And it is critical that we answer this question to ourselves, as I said, once every 3 to 5 years, especially if we are dissatisfied with our career progress. So I'd like to bring you an example here of Debbie, one of my coaching clients, and how Debbie discovered her unique strength that she actually did not know about before. So Debbie was seeking a new position, a promotional position for her in her career path. And after searching for a period of time, about 6 months in fact, Debbie found an opportunity within her company to manage a $60 million project. And in fact, she had never managed a project of this size. In fact, not even a project of 10% of this size. And she didn't even know the functional area that the project was concerned with. But Debbie had an innate strength that she discovered whilst she was actually getting into her new position and started to interact with other stakeholders, with her team members and so on within the company. And that was her ability to mobilize and motivate the people she was working with to contribute their best into this project. And her ability to resolve conflicts whenever they arose, and her ability to move her team forward based on their overall project plan. And so over time, Debbie got from this project to the next project and the next project. And after 3 projects, she stopped to reflect on her career progress since she got into this first $60 million project. And what she found, again, something she did not know before, that she had consistently demonstrated this unique ability to bring her project team together, to dissolve any conflict area, any resistance areas within her team and with the broader stakeholder group, and to deliver the best possible outcomes for her company. So the question that I'm inviting you to reflect on is, what makes you unique? What are your strengths that are uniquely yours? And how do you bring those strengths to fruition every day in your job? Question number 3, what is the job market in demand of? What are employers looking for mostly in your industry, in your functional area, in your location? And this question is particularly important if you are not very satisfied with your own career progress. But it might be also highly relevant if you are content in your career. So I recommend that you start first with researching the job market in your own industry and your own functional area and your own location. And then that you expand the scope of your research to other industries related to your own and other functional areas, and perhaps even other locations other than your hometown. You might discover that there are opportunities in those other industries, other functional areas, other locations that might be so attractive for you that you might be willing to consider them even if you are content with your current career path. It might open your horizons to what is happening out there in the job market that you might have not taken an opportunity to review until now. And step number 4 is the conclusion step, namely determining your congruent space. Determining that area where your answers to question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3 overlap the best. That is to say, what kind of daily job activities you enjoy most, what are your innate strengths, and what is the job market mostly in demand of. So I'll give you an example of what happened in my own career. After a short employment in a position that did not fit me at all, I found myself out in the job market looking again for my future position. And so I looked again at the kinds of activities that I enjoy doing most, which was working directly with clients. I looked at what are my innate strengths, which were the ability to manage large project teams in complex projects and delivering the outcomes that the client executives were looking for. And number 3, what were the opportunities, the job market opportunities that were in front of me at that point in time? And indeed, I found an opportunity with a company called Unisys, which were my previous client when I was with Oracle. So I reached out to them, and as it happened, they had a large Oracle implementation project for which they needed a project director. So I ended up working for Unisys as an independent consultant for a period of 10 years, during which I served my client, I served the executive level within Unisys, as well as my team, my project team, where we delivered the best outcomes that the executives expected from us, project after project after project. So I invite you to do the same thing. Look at the outcome of your 3 questions and determine what is your congruent space, what is the overlap between these 3 questions, and then find your best opportunity for you. And it may be the very same career path you are already on, or you might find other opportunities that are better suited for you and will bring you more joy in your career. So with that, if you like the kind of content that I presented in this video, please click the subscribe button below, and please also click the little bell that will advise you of any future videos that I publish, which will come out every Tuesday. I'd also like to invite you to a free career strategy group within LinkedIn, which I recently launched. In this group, we will meet every second Wednesday to discuss career challenges and career progress opportunities for all group members. And we'll share from our experiences and our insights, strategies, and approaches that will help us all advance most in our careers. So if you'd like to join us, please click on the LinkedIn group link below this video. And last, please take care and stay safe. And remember, there is no growth inside of your comfort zone.